Always a little bit of a shaky start, eh? How you doing? Today is April the 10th already, and we are going to tackle another abstract piece. I was thinking, oh, shall I switch it up a little bit? But I really love this image and want to see what it looks like in the same process that I have been doing. So no, I'm not switching it up today. Also, I just want to see it develop, and I'm probably going to use a few different mediums for this. So maybe some more neo colors. This is from Christina, and it's a picture of up in the Pyrenees. Doesn't it look beautiful? The mountains between Spain and France, or the mountains in Spain and France, should I say. And welcome if you are here, if you're joining. I'm just clearing up my desk. Sam Dion Baker had a really, really interesting writing session yesterday. It wasn't really calligraphy, it was more about handwriting. Good morning, Lou. Whoa, you're up early, Lou. Thank you for your message. I got it. I totally understand. And I know where you are coming from. Or where you're at, really. Man, my voice is croaky this morning. Hi, Natty. Good morning. I think everybody's just waking up. All right, I'm going to just quickly do a flip through of where we are at, as I do this every morning so I don't miss a page. Really looking forward to seeing them all together. And I don't mind this one as much anymore. Like, there's a bit of color and I kind of like that. It went from, you know, a lot of greens to, and well, the black and white one's different, but I kind of like that. So yeah, this is going to be fun because there's going to be a lot of color in this one. So I'm going to put that to the side and start. Aw, thanks, Natty. I actually just did a review, which I will release soon to YouTube, but if you're a member of our Substack, you will have seen that I was sent some lovely colored pencils, and I haven't really used colored pencils for a while. Like, I pick up individual color pencils, so like, you know, I'll go to the store and I'll be like, oh, I really love that blue, or oh, I really love that pink and orange, and so I pick up individuals. But Sarah sent me a beautiful set of 72 pencils, but you'll have to see the review, and you'll have to become a subscriber. You can be a free subscriber to see the review. You don't have to be a paid subscriber. I'm not trying to get your money, but yeah, if you want to go and have a look, because I usually go with like the Prismacolors, but these are really lovely. Nothing bad to say about them at all. Good morning, Meryl. How are you? All right, so we're working on Christina's image, and actually I want to get the sky in first. I think I'm going to do some neo colors and maybe make it a little bit more just blocky and blotchy. Take a big brush. I've got, I do have actually, which I will start off with. I have the ink tints, the Derwent, but I'm going to get a big brush today. So I have those. Let me move these a little bit this way so you can see. Actually, I can move them down here. That would be good. Ooh, I thought my ink was. So yeah. So I am going to just block this in. I did show the picture at the beginning, but if you want to become part of our group that does contribute to the images, then sign up. I think the link is in the description, and yeah, we'd love to have you as part of our our group. Good morning, C. Hello, Amy. How are you all? And good morning, Teresa. Teresa says, good morning, Char. It's been a while since I was able to join. Miss these mornings. Yeah, miss you being here. It's nice that you're here. And bonjour, Hippo. And hello, Martina. So I'm just blocking in. This is a really lovely image. I would like to go for a walk up here in the Pyrenees. I think I may invest in some more flat brushes. I do like them for landscapes. So we're going to get some base colors on, and then I'm going to go over with some neo colors and get some patterning on. I haven't really used any collage on top of this. And it's Thursday, everybody. Yay! Thursday. I love the sweep of this path. It's Melissa's art hang party. It's Drawing Hive. I don't know what they're doing on Drawing Hive tonight, but yeah, there's a lot going on. Hello, Nanette. Hi, Susan. Good morning. How are you all? So this is a picture of the mountains of the Pyrenees, or like at the top of the Pyrenees. I gotta bring this down. And Christina, who's originally from Germany but lives in Spain, she added this one to the group. I'm not sure if Christina's here this morning. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you're here. I know that sometimes people forget, but if you are here and watching, give us a thumbs up. If you're new here and watching, welcome. There's lots of replays of the lives that you can come and watch. Good morning, Leslie. Maddie says that's pretty. It's I'm trying to be really loose because now I can go in with some like little details over the top. So that's really what I want. Just want, there's a little bit of a pink. I think I've got it too orange. The path is not really, there is white on it. There's a couple that can kind of dry. There's a couple of rocks which I didn't. Maybe I'll use some paper and put the rocks in afterwards. And then the blue sky. I'm just going to do a wash of the sky so it's not so white. It should have been blue. Good morning, Jen, as well. I didn't say good morning. Did I say good morning to Leslie? Good morning, good morning. Okay, so that's like the basic shapes are there, and now I can put things like more shadows and textures, and it's only 7:10 and we've already got this ready for, like, I could cut it up right now, but I don't want to cut it up right now. So I'm gonna bring my neo colors over here, my messy neo colors. I like organizing them, but they really don't last very long organized. I don't know about you guys, but Some of you have the big set and you just take out the big tin and it's like a nice big set that you use, but I don't have that. I also buy individuals. Actually, my replenishing new colors just came the other day that I got from Jackson's when they had the sale. And those were really there for Italy. I looked at the colors, and if you're part of our group, I did send you the list. But that's, you know, it's just a guide. You can bring whatever you want, really. But I was just looking at colors of the landscapes, colors of the towns that we're going to go and see. Good morning, Barbara. How are you? Nice of you to join. I'm just getting a very loose landscape on here. Sorry, I needed my coffee. Did everybody sign up for the condiments? I don't think we've had too many entries of condiments in, and that's okay. We don't, like, however many there are, we're going to split the time. So, you know, I think there was 5 or 6 in there. So that's okay as well. So if you know, if you want a slower drawing session, don't add any more. But we're going to be drawing and painting condiments, our favorite condiments, or some of our favorite condiments, on Saturday. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern. And if you are, if you're part of our sketch and paint, it's the founding tier, basically. I split it up because I didn't think that everybody, I know that a lot of people are like, I want to come to your mornings, or I want to partake in the mornings, but I don't really have time to do the sketch and paint sessions with you all. So that's why I kind of split it up into 2. But in hindsight, I think I should have just left it as the one. I think people get confused. Anyway, you have to be part of the paint and draw tier to take part in that. And that is on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And I just sent a post out with the review video for the lovely coloring pencils that Sarah sent to me. And in that same post, there are there's a link to a Sunday session. You don't have to have been doing the 100-day project, but Michelle, Allen, and I are going to do a Zoom together, and we're going to do our 50th piece for the 100-day project, each of us. And we're just going to chat a little bit about staying creative, and also if you did that list with us in January, was it January or February? I think it was January. We talked a little bit about how to stay creative and consistent in your art practice. Anyway, so she's coming back. She's going to show us all her 50 pieces that she's been doing. I know that she just had a show recently. I don't think she took her pieces with her. Even though I told her, I'm like, they'd probably sell. They're beautiful. They're all florals. And I will show you mine. I know that a lot of people have seen them. But yeah, so Good morning, Melissa. Hi, how are you? It's Thursday, Melissa. Natty says, I'm an organizer of my new color too. I've got small sets and big set and start small, worked up to biggest set, but haven't used it yet. I'm trying to use my smallest colors to halfway and then get my big set out. No, Natty, use them now. Don't wait to use them because there's so many colors in the big set. I mean, that's when companies coupons and still had sales, the good old days. Hi Rekka. And Melissa says, happy Thursday. Natty says, LOL Shah, my need to organize your Neo color right now is giving me twitchy art finger organization. I've done a video, like I've done a time lapse of me organizing my Neo colors. Like I do it every now and then because I have like a few tins where I put them. So I do, like, you know, put all the blues together and all the warm colors together. Like I do it, but you know, I use them a lot, so then they get messy again. And it's okay. That doesn't bother me, which I think is that a good thing? I think it's a good thing that it doesn't bother me. Yeah, I'll show you the piece that I did with the pencil crayons. So if you've been to Oaxaca, or if you've been to Mexico, I think probably in Texas they have it as well. Okay, they're a little bit on the orange side, but some of them were very orange. Like they're kind of very soft buns. They're called pan de yema, which is egg bread, and they're very fluffy inside. And then you have them with hot chocolate. So this is pan de yema with chocolate con leche. Yeah, and they're so nice, so lovely. Anyway, this is colored pencils, and I haven't really used colored pencils, and I was really loving just the mixing of the different colored pencils. So that was fun to do. So I'll do a little bit more of that. Melissa says, I'm looking forward to Saturday's condiment session. Me too. I really do enjoy drawing pantry items. I think it's something that if you are just starting off with a drawing practice, it's something that you definitely should think about a daily practice of drawing. Like you could draw all your condiments, like take out one condiment a day and draw them, and just, or open your shelf and take out one tin, or it's such a good practice. Barbara says, this is such an interesting technique. Painting first and randomly cutting, etc. This could be translated into fabric. Oh, it could be. Who is the quilter in the group? There's lots of quilters in the group. We have C. We have, who else is here? Is Pearly here? I don't know if Pearly is here. And Natty says, that's a fantastic, great thing, Char. I think you mean the Neo colors. Melissa says, wow. C says, gorgeous. Natty says, peanut butter consists condiment. Is that right? Am I reading that right? Melissa says, Elvira. Oh, Elvira. Is Elvira here? Did I not say hi to Elvira? Did I say hi to Elvira and forget? Yeah, Elvira, Pearly, Jen. I think Jen has even done some, oh gosh, I have to show you this beautiful book. I don't have it here though. Darn it. I went to the thrift store yesterday and I got some really lovely, lovely books. Shall I go get them? Do you want to see them? I know that any quilters here are going to be like, ooh. It'll take me 2 seconds. I can put a little sign saying back in 2. Yes, show us the books. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just, here, I've got an envelope. back in 2 minutes, because if somebody joins, then you don't know. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, I'm back and out of breath. No, not really out of breath. Okay. Oh yes, Melissa creates with fabric as well. Okay, so I'll show you from my least favorite find to my favorite find. Okay, so this one, flower arranging, but I picked it up because I love the fact that you've got like individual, here I'll show you, like these for either making patterns in like in art, and just for shapes of leaves and shapes of flowers. So it's not really about the arranging thing, but it's really about the individual pieces, and also like things like they've got color, they're color coded, they're different times of the years, like summer flowers. Anyway, beautiful little book that is great for reference. Yeah, excellent reference. So I picked up this. I've got the old one, but this is the new drawing on the right side of the brain. So I want to see how this is different from the other one, just to see if maybe there's something that I can pick up. If you haven't read it, it's great. Okay, this one, Edward Hopper, A Journal of His Work. And I wanted to show Sam this yesterday, because if you did Sam's class, like she was talking about handwriting and how wonderful it was. Well, I picked this up. Somebody obviously loved Hopper and Edward Hopper's work, because they also left an article of his work in here that was from the Drawing magazine. But look, so he has, basically there's one part that's a ledger of all his works. My God, that's something that I do not do, but something that I think should be done, but I don't do. So I think I want to buy a ledger so that I can add all my paintings, because that's something like, how do people know what's out there in the world, right? I don't do that. Do you do that? I don't do that. Anyway, so there is a ledger of his works, and then there are little sketches of his works as well. And these are like studies, and then he's written like colors and everything. But isn't his writing lovely? Look at his, this is such a nice book. And I tried to look for it online. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I thought this was really special. Yeah. So that was like a find. It's called Edward Hopper, A Journal of His Work. Yeah, so that one. And yes, such cool thrift stores. And then Northern Lights, so the group of 7, and which is a lovely book to have. And yeah, it's a little bit like torn, but that's okay. So if you don't know the group of 7, they're a group of Canadian artists, and they were all around the turn of the century, not this century, last century. But look how beautiful, like their landscapes are gorgeous. And Tom Thompson, like they're very famous here in Canada, and if you don't know about them, then have a look at the group of 7. They're gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Yeah. And they did a lot of work up in the in the lakes, just probably about 3 hours north of us here. They all went up there and spent time with each other painting. So cool. Really happy to find that one as well. And it's like a show and tell for books. This is the one that I found, and I wish that you guys just lived down the road, because I would be like, see, you need to have a look at this one. Quilts from the 1700s to 2010, Hidden Histories and Untold Stories, and it's by Sue Pritchard. Have you got this book? It's gorgeous. I haven't read it yet because I literally like came back yesterday and then had a couple of sessions of meets, but I love this. I love how they're all working on the quilt together. Yeah, and it talks about quilt making like in England, and just, oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so if you can get your hands on this, then try and get your hands on one. It's lovely. Like the colors and the prints, and they're just incredible. Making and using quilts in the 18th century in Britain. Like, look at that. That just makes me want to make quilts. That does. That just makes me want to just stop. And then some more modern quilt makers as well, which is really great. Yeah. So those are my finds from yesterday. I'm glad I showed you, because I was like, I gotta show someone. They're awesome. So all that came to like $21, which I thought was brilliant. Okay. Let's see, what else can I add to this? I think I want to just bring in some lighter blue for the sky. Melissa says, what magic store did you find these at? Oh, just our local thrift store, Melissa. And Natty says, that book about the group of 7 looks really interesting. Oh, they're fantastic. Just look them up. You'll fall in love with a group of 7. Jennifer says jealous, and C says, I do not, but I covet. And Elvira says, I got the quilt book and saw the exhibition at the V&A. Oh yes, because it's from the V&A. You did? You went over to the Victoria and Albert Museum and saw it? Oh wow, I did not know that. When was that, Elvira? And Jen says that this is a great haul. And Melissa says, we used to sit around my grandma's living room and all work on a quilt together. Oh, do you have pictures? That would be cool to see. And Natty says, yes, that quilts were hung during wartime, had hidden messages where soldiers could stay, find food or ammo. Also to help runaway slaves know what direction to go for safe places. Oh, interesting. Thanks for sharing. Have a book addiction. Yeah, I have a little bit of a book addiction too. I collect books. I don't really get time to read them all, but I collect them anyway. So I think I could probably have like a little art store. Maybe I'll open my house up and people can come and just sit and read in my house. Look at craft stores. I remember going and doing the Creative Bug class that I did down in San Francisco when I taught the month-long portrait class. And Creative Bug had like a little nook where they had all the craft books, and they were all the craft books. They were awesome. But they were, you know, a lot of times they were instructors who had released a book. So now I need to just release a book. I gotta get a book out there. And Natty says, was Heinz not ropes forgot what the wash lines were called? Oh, okay. And then that says, I was an avid quilter when my kids were younger. Oh, do you have any pictures of them? Oh my goodness, Elvira says it was in 2010. Wow. That was a great memory prompter. Okay, let's have a look. I want to get a little bit of this blue on the side of these rocks as well. And I'm going to just put a little bit of, I got to start cutting this up. I'm just going to add some little dashes of color, because if not, when I cut it up, it can become a little bit flat in some places. Like if this is just all flat green, so I'm going to just add a little bit of texture. I think as I go through this month, even though I'm using the same technique, I think initially in the first drawing and sketch, I should be a little bit more aware of texture and shape, so that when I cut it up and put it on my paper, like there's a little bit more variety. So that's what I'm taking away from even doing the same images. Like these trees have more light on the one side of them. How's everybody doing with their abstract today? I think I forgot to post in our chat on Substack mine from yesterday. I'll post today. I'll post 2 of them. Hi Reb, how are you? Oh, wash lines, LOL, not ropes. Okay. And then it says, I was also commissioned to make a quilt for a country singer from Nashville. It was blocks depicting his songs. Whoa, that's so cool, Nanette. And Susan says, the layer of neocolor adds such depth to the piece. Love mixed media. Yes, it definitely adds a little bit extra. Let me put some more green in some areas here. If you're just joining, I'm just getting the initial piece drawn, and then I'm going to be moving on into, there's some like purple here as well, into cutting up and sticking back on. And I think I have to move a little faster because I just saw the time and I really want to get it finished. Okay, there's also a really lovely gray green back here that I see. This one is maybe not the gray green that I wanted. I can move over the top with a little bit of this. All right, I'm going to start cutting. Oh, Melissa says, I did today's abstract yesterday, collaged with veiled film photos. Oh, neat. That would be really cool to see. And Maddie says, I agree, Susan, read the mixed media. And C says, I got 2 amazing books at our library sale. They were only $1. I know. I think library sales are the way to go. Brand new books that weigh a ton. Van Gogh and the other impressionistic on the scene. Oh, so nice. Lovely. Tony says the pink will make great pops of color. Yes. And keep your lines straight. Thanks, Melissa. I will try. I will try to keep my lines straight. I think I'm going to use, I have a different pair of scissors. These are much better for keeping lines straight. So yeah, if you're new here, we have been working on abstract this month, and I've kind of found my process and I'm enjoying it because I keep thinking about how I can add to it, but also I think it's a nice way of still seeing a landscape come together and then get torn apart, basically. But yeah, it is kind of like quilting, isn't it, Barbara? Ooh, almost dropped one on the floor. We'll see if this is a little bit straighter. I don't know why I turned it. Some of them are not going to be very straight. Okay, so we were talking yesterday. Somebody was talking about the Yes glue. Oh, it was in, I had a meet with my Oaxaca group that I just went to Oaxaca with. We just had a catch up, and one of the ladies was talking about how they had the Yes glue, and I said, oh, our friend Meryl has it and she hasn't even tried it yet. Apparently it's just like a yoo-hoo stick, but like it's very pasty. So, but it's just, you know, in large format, so you can get a palette knife and put it on like that. These are not very straight. Okay, I'm going to mix them up. Don't forget to bump the like button, friends. Thank you. Merci, beau. Merci, merci. And C says, today's art did turn out very abstract. Triangle cut may be interesting. Ooh, Tony, that is a good idea. A triangle cut, yeah. Well, you know, it's only day 10, so we still have 20 days of 20 days of abstracts. So, you know, there's still time. There is still time for a lot of things to happen, but thank you for that. That's, you know, it's not a bad idea to think about maybe, or maybe something extremely geometrical, right? Maybe just strips. So I just cut everything in strips, mix them up, and then rearrange them. That's also a possibility. So I wish I could work faster. That's the one thing I wish I could do. Oh, that one is exactly like that, so I'm moving that. Sometimes they don't really get mixed up that much. Hi Chris. Oh, you missed, Christina, you missed the beginning, unless you caught it. Maybe you caught it. Thank you for the image. It's lovely. I think we are all having fun with it. It's nice to have a little bit of color in the image. So thanks. Look, there's the pink. We don't know when it's appearing, but it appears. C says, Nanette, I just skipped through our upcoming days and your scenes of Miami is beautiful. Oh, and Melissa says, is always the first thing I do when I get here. Oh, the thumbs up? Oh, thanks, Melissa. And Natty says, does anyone know the name of what it's called when your mind sees things within shapes that aren't really there, but it reminds your mind of said thing? It starts with AM. And Hippo says, yes, Tony, I agree about the triangles. Yeah. Barbara says, for sure, always looking for a way to connect the two, that being drawing for short-term satisfaction and quilting for longer-term satisfaction. And Christina says, hi, everybody, couldn't make the earlier, just out of a meeting and on my drive home. Thanks for joining. And reading and blocking in is not as easy always. That was me just in my head. It is pareidolia when you see faces and objects and clouds. Okay, thanks, Hippo. Totally not what I thought the name was. I guess maybe there's another name for it as well. Maybe. Come on, paper, you need to stick a little better. So I'm gonna do all the big pieces and then I'm gonna cut the little pieces that need to be squeezed in. Does that make sense? And I need to cut a slightly thinner one here. Oh, I love the pink. There's not that much of it either, so that's gonna be, it's okay. It's all right. We will use what we have of it. But it was a really nice image. Thank you. When I see Char's pieces together, I see different scenes within over all pages. And Nanette says, thanks, C. I wanted to add a photo that was a bit different. I thought buildings would be fun. Yes. I'm loving all the images. Do we still have some spots left? I think maybe towards the end of the month we have some spots, but I'll just put it out in our group and make sure that everybody is adding to it, because it would be nice to have from everybody in the group. Okay, is this too long? I'm going to just measure here. Oh no, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take a long strip from this one. Oh, I do love this one. This one could be my favorite so far. Has a lot of color. So I think that's also something that learning a new process like this, like you learn, like if you're gonna do this on your own and do something like this, what your initial reference photo needs to look like if you want it to end up looking like something. Does that make sense? You know, like you probably have to plan a little bit more. And this part you can't plan, or this, for me, this is the part that I'm like, no, I'm not going to plan this. I'm just going to add from what I have and just go with the flow in that sense. That's not sticking. This glue is lovely, but it dries really quickly. And I do love the Neo color over the top. Really like that. That works. There's 6 empty spots, Hippo said. And Susan, you're the sweetest. Susan says, just want to say how much I love this community of beautiful artists. Aww. You know, it really, like, and you know what I love about it is that it kind of ebbs and flows, like, but still, like, there are people in our group who still show up, which I love, from like many years ago, who maybe aren't like Martina. Martina is always here in the mornings. She doesn't come to our sessions, but that's absolutely fine. But I know that she's there, and it's so lovely because she was there from right in the beginning. But the way that everybody embraces like new people is just wonderful. Like I love that about you guys, that there's no, you know, oh, we were here and we don't want the group to grow. Like, I think it's just really special how you guys, well, we have so many similarities, right? Like whether you're a fabric crafter, or whether you're more of a painter or an illustrator, like everybody can give a little bit, but we all appreciate a lot of similar things, which I think is super special. So thank you, Susan. Natty says, I see a few waterfalls surrounding by different evergreen trees, And then that says, very colorful in texture, I think. And for some reason, I really like the black. I love the black and white one as well. I'm with you on that. Yeah, Nanette, I really like the black and white one. It has a different feel. I'd like to do maybe another one in black and white and see how it turns out. Just maybe different textures and different art materials as well, like different mediums. Melissa says, I felt that warm welcome right away. Oh, yeah, totally. And I know that, Melissa, your group as well. By the way, Melissa's got art hang party tonight, and we're drawing people in cafes. One of my favorite subjects. Love that. But Melissa's group as well, and I feel like everyone's like kind of merging, but it's really, you know, there are different times of the day when people get together, and it feels different sometimes, and I love my mornings. Yeah, and then that says a warm and welcoming group for sure. Natty says, I wish I could be a gallery owner and do different exhibitions for all my art friends. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun. Amy says, this has great textures. Yeah, I love this one. Okay, I'm moving this over to here and gonna start this side. There's a couple of spots that I can add to. I'll do that at the end. Just gonna get some big pieces in. Melissa says, yes, definite crossover and expansion of communities happening. It's very special. Natty says, I mean, if I win the lottery, I'm doing it if I'm going to open up one. Oh, yeah, I have big plans. When I win the lottery, I'm going to build an art community center, and it's going to be open for everybody. And I think it'll be great. Like, there'll be like gardens, and there'll be a restaurant and everything, and there'll be art studios that you can use. And all you have to do is maybe support the community through, like, come for lunch, come for coffees, and there'll be classes, and it'll be amazing. So I think where I live needs it, for sure. Melissa can come and help me run it. Okay, I was gonna put this here, but I need to cut the slither, but that's okay. The slither can be cut. Jennifer says, we love our mornings too. Thanks, Jen. And Melissa says, absolutely, I'm there when you're ready. Well, yeah, let's ask the universe to get it started. I do need that lottery win though. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna run out of pieces of paper. This is all I've got left. Can you imagine if I run out on this one? That would be so bizarre. Unless I've dropped one or one slid somewhere. I have to check. Let's get these big ones in. Melissa says, or a very rich friend. Yeah, do you have any very rich friends? Do you? Yeah, I need like a, what do you call it? A patron. I need a big patron. Put it on your vision board, Shah. Yeah, I do have to. I have to redo my vision board. That's a good thing. Maybe we can have another mid-year vision board adjustment. Okay, I may run out of paper here. No, I can't. It'll be fine. Okay, got the big pieces on. Now we can put all the other pieces in. Let's put this side a little bit wider. I don't know if it makes a huge difference if I paint the background or don't paint the background, because yesterday I kind of did I think it's nice because you don't see the inside there, but does it really matter? Maybe it doesn't really matter. I think maybe a piece, I'm just thinking how this could also grow into something. Maybe a canvas piece with fabric, like a little bit like Barbara was saying, how she can see a quilt, but if you frame it in like, or if you stretch it over a canvas, then, right, and hang it on the wall, that would be cool too. Okay, I'm loving the pink and I'm loving the blues as well. So hopefully there are some more images with like blues and colors. Yes. Nanette Martin says, like the ones who supported the artist back in the day. Exactly. A benefactor. That's it. A sugar daddy. Yes. A sugar, but sugar being art supplies. Yes. Well, and money. Yeah. Oh, and spicy sugar daddy or mama benefactor. Yeah. Well, yeah. Not that they want anything other than art from me. That's all. Just, you know, putting it out there. I'm not gonna be, you know, giving anything other than a lot of art and ideas, and yeah. Okay. And it's funny because Tracy Emin kind of did that in Margate. She's set up a residency, like ever since I kind of knew about her and what she's been doing. Like, that's kind of what I would love to do over here. Is because she did that over there. You know, she's world famous, Tracy Emin, and probably sells her work for, oh, how much did that bed sell for? Was it 2.8 million or was it 8 million? I can't remember, but it was a lot of money. Look, we did it, everybody. We did it. We made it. We made the time. I thought that was a little bit of a squeeze there. Thank you for joining this morning, everybody. I will see some of you today at 1 because we're still in Vietnam and we are traveling today with a group of you. So I'm excited about that. That's at 1 p.m. And then Melissa has her art hang party at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'm sure there are portraits over on the Drawing Hive. So if you want to do both or just one or just the other, you can. Thank you, Christina, for the beautiful photo of the Pyrenees. Susan says, your piece looks somewhere tropical to me. Beautiful. And Addie says, I did a vision board once. It took me 15 years to get my dream vehicle, but I achieved it. Yay. Well done. That's okay. You got it. You put it out there. And Rekha says, I will definitely catch up Melissa's replay. Okay, good. And Hippo says, great piece today again, Charlotte. Merci beaucoup, Hippo. And Kelly says, that pink really works to break up the green tones. Love it. Hi, Kelly. Yes, I'm so happy about the pink. And also like things like the flat, you know, the contrast of like the very plain with the busy. I like that too. Thank you, Martina. Thank you, Leslie. And Rekha says, those pinks are just so gorgeous, Shah. Thank you. And Delvira says, great and colorful. Thank you. And thank you, Tony. Yeah, so, I mean, they're all looking a little bit different, right? I can't wait to open it up. I'm going to have to do a video of a reveal and open it up. That'll be cool. Maybe I'll take it outside and do it. If it gets warmer, yeah, it's just not that warm, really. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, everybody, and thanks for joining today. Tomorrow we are on Zoom. If you are part of our Substack group, the link is in the pinned post. So go there and get the link. If you want me to show you again, hang on 1 second. I will show you. I will show you. I'll show you if you go to my page. So I've organized it a little bit different. If you go to my page, you can see my website, Instagram, YouTube, art retreats, and Pinterest. I have a Pinterest page. It is really messy, but I do have a Pinterest or a Pinterest account. I have the most popular ones up here. They do that for you. Recent posts, art retreats, and paint and draw with me. So if you're part of the paint and draw, I will be popping these in here, so it's organized like that, so replays, etc. And then if you go into mornings with Charsartclass, this is where you scroll down and you can see Monday Zoom Meet, Friday Zoom Meet, and YouTube channel links as well. And the Padlet for reference photos for this month. So I'm trying to be a little bit more organized for you guys, so hopefully that helps. All right, you are very welcome. Thank you. Oh, great morning. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day and see you later. Bye.